Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. No reason to risk trying to... Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll return it. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Cobb. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Turning it on! And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
On first down, it's Bothwell again. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big
caught, and he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fakes to grab. Got enough space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Taylor wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Out of the end zone. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time. Oh, he's got some space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running behind that left side. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, when the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the run, it's Cobb. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Snagged out of the air. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw. Under fire. Crosses the 45. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed.
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. The lead is down to a field goal.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a gap. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Making side adjustments here. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Got him in the open. Ripping through the defense. Makes a grab and room to run. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
We need a 2-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Got enough for the first. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Going to the run, it's Cobb. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off play action on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with the UNLV Rebels taking on the number 22 team, the New Mexico Lobos.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Finally run out of bounds, but he gets it all the way back to the 45-yard line and really sets up his offense. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Taylor wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Cotton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And defense is about being great in the great situations, on the third downs, goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get them there.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Taylor wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's how you bail your offense out, David. In a goal-to-go situation, you've been going backwards here a little bit, but you've got a quarterback that can take the game over with his legs. Great job scrambling for the touchdown.
I mean, it's uncanny. He's just got a knack, and it's so frustrating to play defenses against guys like this that just, I've got the right defense dialed up. I'm there to make a play for my team, but he's too good, and he makes the guy miss, and he takes it to the end zone. This guy is just an absolute headache.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. So here comes the Auburn offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. A run for the quarterback. There's a crease. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. And he can flat roll, turning on the Jets like a Cam Newton or Nick Marshall.
I was thinking about rolling trees, but yeah, I'm right there with you, man. These Auburn offenses that are so great, they've had the same commonality over the last several years, and that's a great dynamic quarterback that can make plays and push the pace of that offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Cobb.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the back. Dumps it off in the flats. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down.
Block 18. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Drives ahead, and he's able to convert on fourth down, and they can keep this clock running and hold on to that lead.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Might have a chance. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Staying on track and getting it in on the option. The Tigers are back on top. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Throws to the wideout. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Taylor wants to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. It's Cotton. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Wants to throw again. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They feed him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Upstairs to make the catch. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
He's got it again. It could be an alley. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the defense.
Stepping to the right. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the field. There he goes. Touchdown Bulldogs. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll pull it down. Kept it and he's past the marker. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Brown wants to pass. He's got him. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again, right?
It's picked off and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You've got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.